Comrades, I surrender!
Bozo, L plus ratio. Alright, so we see, warfare is a pretty bad thing, especially nowadays. I mean, they end up just killing soldiers for no reason. I mean, it just causes them to be a wasteless life. Like, that's what Coach Andrew said. Instead of actually working science to create nuclear warfare and such, we should use science to help people, technologically advance the country.
Let's go.
Look, boy.
Oh, bomb! Grenade, duck! Man, this is a terribly stressful time right now. We're in war. The enemy's closing in on us. My friends are dying. Everybody's dying. Can't do this any longer. The strains are
Get them, my
tough.
brothers, get them.
But you know, sometimes a war is needed. You know, violence is immoral, but sometimes war is necessary. And I'm doing this because there's people in my country that need it. We're being invaded as we speak. Fighting is the only option at this point. And you know what? I'm fine with it. A little bit of violence can do this. If I can save people from dying, if I can save more lives, it's all gonna become worth it. So please, some wars are good to fight.
Oh boy, though, the weapons used in war were quite something else. If we look all the way back during so many of these wars, for instance, Civil War, for the time, having guns being used with bayonets on them was a big surprise if you think about the technological advancements made during that time. They were using that to kill people. Worked pretty out well, but ended up hurting more people than it did for a cause. Another good example of this would be during World War I and World War II, when major weapons were being used. Chemical, all that stuff, which is terrible. No matter what, that is causing way too much agony to people. Especially certain chemical weapons such as Agent Orange, which was a main chemical used in World War II, which did end up causing many people to get cancer after they were affected by it. And sadly, things like that are still going to be used today no matter what. And the issue with that is just killing people in the worst way possible, where they have to suffer through it the most. No one wants to suffer through their eyes burning, their skin peeling, and such. It's just wrong. Church says this is terrible. Instead of using these tactics to improve science for weapons, we should use those tactics for improving how to better the world for everyone.
Location secure. Taking the hot point. Hot point secure.
Scientific advances.
Hot point enemy at the forklift. Hot point lost. Hard point contested. Location secure.
There is no doubt that war is a crime against humanity, in a sense since it involves the killing of other human beings. War is clearly immoral. The solution for war is peace, and this can be accomplished through upholding rights and respecting human life. And also, it could involve the development of civilizations, as many wars are fought due to injustice and poverty. So with justice, peace can be held and wars do not need to occur. As shown in the video, there are many times where war is unpreventable and is the only option. This is called a just war. According to the Catholic Church, governments have the right to defend themselves if the situation meets certain criteria. 1. The damage must be lasting, grave, or certain. 2. All attempts to peaceful ends have failed. 3. There must be high chances of success. 4. Weapons must not be used to produce evil greater than the evil being eliminated. Going along with the last point, innocent lives should not be targeted during war, and wounded soldiers or prisoners should be treated with dignity as they are not able to defend themselves. It is important to note with soldiers in war that most of the time they are not responsible for their actions, as they are just following orders from their superiors. But soldiers should refrain from following orders that go against their moral duty or aim to kill innocent or defensible human lives. Soldiers do have an option.
Warfare can also be between different religious factions. This can be seen with the Crusades, a series of wars between the Muslims and the Christians. This war would end up taking place over 8 different crusades, or 8 different warriors or battles between 1091 and 1272. During this time, the church was a major form of government in this world. They were always passing laws, things like that you wouldn't really expect the church to do. But due to their power, they were able to control what really happened in the Crusades and how the action would be taken, such as saying where they're going to fight, what time, where they're going to defend, who they're going to draft, things like that. Kind of like our modern world governments, but with religion instead. But other forms of warfare, such as what's going on in Ukraine, is never good. Absolutely never. The reason why is because this is needlessly killing civilians that have nothing to do with this. People use the thing as Russia's trying to defend and take back their own land, which it could be seen as that, but yet really not. And as said by Pope Francis, there was no time, even in our churches, when people spoke of a holy war or a just war. Today we cannot speak in this manner. The Christian's awareness of the importance of peace has developed, which is pretty much saying that, well, as time goes on, we do evolve in a theological sense about what's good and what's wrong. Also part of our consciousness of knowing what's right or wrong.